Okay, let's dive into this explainer. Today, we're looking at a profoundly moving chapter from Isabel's Secret and the Burden of Love. Instead of just giving you a standard textbook summary, we're going to do something a bit different. We're going to step right into the shoes of a close friend observing from the outside. We're walking through Isabel's absolutely terrifying journey of an unplanned pregnancy, but we're really focusing on the absolute lifeline that is Julia. She's this loyal confidant who basically becomes an unwavering anchor when Isabel's whole world just turns upside down. I haven't told anyone but you. Just sit with that sentence for a second. This desperate confession from Isabel immediately drops us right into the incredibly high emotional stakes of the story. Think about it. When you're carrying a secret that feels like it could literally shatter your entire world, the person you choose to whisper it to, they become your absolute lifeline. In this explainer, we'll see exactly how Julia transforms from just a friendly face passing by into Isabel's sole confidant and honestly, her savior in a moment of pure crisis. Section 1. The Weight of a Secret. To really wrap your head around what happens next, you have to picture Isabel's completely solitary suffering. She's waking up nauseous, she can't even look at food, and she's just engulfed in this panicked isolation where she's too terrified to even tell her own mother. Which brings us to this pivotal question, right? Where do you turn when a secret becomes too heavy to carry alone? When the sheer fear of societal shame silences you, how do you even keep moving forward? Isabel is stuck in this agonizing solitude, just walking to work carrying a burden that is actively breaking her. Section 2. Julia, the loyal anchor. So, it's a Thursday morning. Julia is just driving by when she spots Isabel walking to work looking pale, completely exhausted, and seriously dehydrated. She pulls over, steps in, and Isabel's walls just instantly crumble into uncontrollable tears. And the moment the truth spills out, Julia immediately takes control of the situation. She tells her, "I'm here for you, and I'll support you because you're like a little sister to me." No judgment whatsoever. She literally secures Isabel the day off from her job with the Smiths and boldly offers to drive her all the way to a caring doctor in Alexandria. She steps up as the fierce advocate Isabel so desperately needs. So the crucial point is, why is Isabel so paralyzed by fear in the first place? Well, it all comes down to the family's reputation. Isabel isn't just scared of a medical appointment. She is deeply, deeply haunted by the fear of bringing shame and embarrassment to her struggling family and to her fiancé Lucas's family. It's like a heavy, suffocating blanket over her. This intense, overwhelming fear of societal judgment is exactly why Julia's grounded, reassuring presence is so desperately needed right now. Section 3. Lucas's unknowing devotion. Let's move to and see how this builds. We have to map out the sheer psychological agony of Isabel's weight, because while Julia is her anchor, Isabel's fiancé, Lucas, is completely in the dark. On Thursday morning, she gives the sample at the doctor's office. But here's the kicker, the results won't be ready until Tuesday. That means she has to survive an entire agonizing weekend hiding this massive truth from the man she loves, followed by a frantic Tuesday morning of cooking corn chowder in a panic for her employers, all leading up to the terrifying afternoon appointment. And through every single one of these excruciating milestones, Julia acts as her steady harbor. Now, during that long weekend, the contrast is just heartbreaking. Lucas acts as this deeply loving figure in the midst of her storm. He senses she's exhausted and inattentive, so he just wraps his arms around her and simply says, "I worry about you. I love you." It is pure unknowing devotion. But for Isabel, oh man, this beautiful declaration of love honestly just adds to the crushing weight of the secret she's forced to mask behind a fearful smile. His love is amazing, but it can't quell her immediate worries about how he'll react to an unplanned pregnancy before marriage. Section 4. Torn between fear and pride. And this brilliantly illustrates the complex emotional dichotomy that is literally tearing Isabel apart from the inside out as that Tuesday appointment looms closer. On one hand, she's grappling with this paralyzing dread, the fear of bringing shame and embarrassment to both their families. But on the flip side, despite all that terror, she feels this profound pride and secret joy because she knows she's carrying the child of the man she truly loves. It's an incredible internal war. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how Julia fearlessly cuts right through all that noise of societal shame. While Isabel is just drowning in guilt, Julia delivers this powerful, grounding truth. She tells her, "You must think of yourself and Lucas. Your family comes second. Start your own family, Isabel." It's amazing. She actively re-anchors Isabelle by reminding her of Lucas's magnificent character, completely shifting her focus away from the fear of letting people down. Section 5. A doctor's calm confirmation. Okay, so the unbearable tension finally peaks on Tuesday afternoon. Isabelle is incredibly nervous, sitting there in room 3 of Dr. Bates's office, and Julia is right there with her. The moment finally arrives. Dr. Bates opens the file and calmly says, "You are pregnant." Isabelle just goes completely numb. She hides her face, breaking down in tears. And right there, at the absolute climax of her shock, Julia physically embodies loyalty. She's immediately massaging Isabelle's back, literally holding her friend together as the reality of the situation crashes down. In sharp contrast to Isabelle's frantic emotional turmoil, Dr. Bates provides this incredible, calming medical objectivity. He's so professional. He tells her to schedule a follow-up in 4 weeks, drink ginger ale and eat dried toast for the nausea, eat light until the morning sickness passes, add milk for calcium later, and above all, get plenty of rest. This clinical, objective advice is a huge stabilizing force. It pulls the entire situation out of abstract panic and grounds it in manageable physical reality. Julia's unwavering support was the vital bridge that allowed Isabelle to survive the initial, paralyzing shock of her pregnancy. She stepped in as a true anchor when her friend was completely lost at sea. But as we wrap up this explainer, it leaves us with a really provocative question. Now that the secret is a confirmed, undeniable medical reality, what happens next? With Julia having carried her this far, will Isabelle find the courage to finally tell the truth and let Lucas be her anchor too?